thanks to the support as a channel member, Igor Freitas. We have got 3 games of the regular season to go, and we are clinging on to a playoff spot by the skin of our teeth. Please don't bottle it. So as you can see from our recent form, we've kind of stopped scoring goals. We've also stopped conceding goals. Our games have become very boring, but this is what the league table looks like with 3 games to go. We are in 6th place, 1 point behind Coventry, 2 points ahead of Bournemouth. And in our final 3 games, we play Coventry, who are 1 point ahead of us, Middlesbrough, who are down in the relegation zone, Birmingham, who are 8 points behind us. So this Coventry game now is a huge match. Win this, and we are almost there as far as getting to the playoffs is concerned. And this is the team we are sending into this match. And frustratingly, Sturton has stopped scoring. He's not quite on a goal a game anymore. It's very sad, but hopefully he comes back to goal scoring form today. So it's Mr. Tickle in goal, who, by the way, Mr. Tickle has signed a new contract. We've given him a big pay rise. So Mr. Tickle is sticking around for a while, yet worry not. So it's Mr. Tickle in goal. A back row of Johnson, Roivers, Carragher, our captain returning at centre-back, and Shaha alongside them. Somerville behind Civilek and Pacheco in midfield. And then it's Diaz, Morgillo and Sturton up front. Diaz has been injured for the last couple of matches, which might explain why we've stopped scoring goals, because I think I talked about it quite a lot in the last episode. We basically have one route to goal now, which is get the ball out to our wingers, they cross it into the tall man up front, and he hopefully scores. And if you take any element of that away, we do start to struggle a little bit. We don't really have a backup striker. As you can see, Bonel's on the bench today, despite still being injured, because we don't really have another striker option. Troon, the other striker we signed in January, can't be registered in our squad. We can't play him because he's already played for 2 teams this season, which I didn't realise when we signed him. So that's why he's not involved. So we are very light when it comes to strikers, and our backup wingers, Mama's injured, and Wood just isn't quite the same man he was in League One, unfortunately. So yeah, this front 3, although it's effective when it works, it's a little bit light in terms of strength in depth and backup options. So if assuming we end up in the playoffs, I'd like to think we do, I would like to think Bonel will be back for them. So at least we have the option. At least we have 2 strikers available to us. So if Sturton has a game where he's just not doing anything, we can bring Bonel on. Or if Bonel comes back and starts scoring straight away, Sturton can start being an impact sub. We could potentially play them together at times because they're slightly different kinds of striker as well. So it gives us options if we can get Bonel fit again. But we had a corner, but didn't do enough with it to justify it even being a highlight, which is very sad. I'm just used to the fact we don't get any possession anymore, but I'd like to see the set pieces when they happen. We've had 6 corners in this match, and we've not seen any of them. The amount of lengthy boys we've got, and we don't even get to see the corners, suggests we're doing something wrong with them, because we're just not scoring at the rate you would expect us to score with the sheer size and aerial ability of the players that we've got. But what are you going to do, eh? Let's do a football goal into the second half. This has been how our last few matches have been. Very little happening at either end. And then it gets settled by the odd goal one way or the other. And you just got to hope that the odd goal today goes to us. But it's, we're killing off football matches with big meaty boys and a very good goalkeeper, Mr. Tickle, once again justifying his new enormous contract. He's the 2nd highest paid player at the club, behind Bindon, who of course came in the summer, and we've just not used anywhere near enough. I just got so excited by the size of him, which has happened before and will happen again. Morgillo back to Pacheco, tries to play it across to Civilek, but he can't get there. And now Carragher playing it forward to Shaha, and now Somerville back with Carragher again. Carragher plays Morgillo in. Can somebody find the cross to the big man? Pacheco drills it across, and there is said big man. I mean, it's not come in high, but Sturton has finished it off anyway. So it doesn't matter how the cross comes in, as long as the cross comes in. And Owen Sturton will feed on this kind of thing all day long. And there he is for the tap-in, the easiest goal he'll score all year. But importantly, puts us 1-0 up, which in turn puts us up to 5th place above Coventry. We'd still only be 2 points clear of 7th place with 2 games still to play. So nothing secure just yet, but it gets us a lot closer to security. Civilek dancing into the area. Can he drive it across? He found Sturton, who was late arriving in the penalty area, but unfortunately he didn't get a proper contact on it. And that feels like that was a little bit of a wasted chance that hopefully we won't end up ruining as the game goes on. Once again, the Manchester City wingers proving that they're camera shy. I don't think they've had a good game in front of you like that yet, which doesn't bode well looking ahead for the playoffs because they're the main reason we're in them. And yeah, it's a little bit alarming that we're not getting a tune out of them now. I guess we'll bring Burn on and we'll just have to play him out of position on that side. This is what I mean. We are struggling in terms of strength in depth in those wide areas. We could do with having Cabia back, but then without the 11 million or 15 million or whatever. Was it 11? I think it was 11, wasn't it? Without the 11 million we got for him, obviously we wouldn't have this team and we wouldn't be in this position. So can't complain too much, but we are a little light. Wood plays it forward, looking for Sturton. It's not the kind of pass you would normally play for Sturton. That was a Bonel pass. But Sturton almost pulling off another goal, tests the keeper, goes behind for a corner. And we just need to continue freshening things up. Somerville is going to come off for Miley. And then for my final trick, we'll bring on Bindon to play right back because he's a big boy. And in fact, what we're going to do is swap him and Carragher over and stick Carragher out to right back, where he's played quite a lot for us over the course of the last season or so. And he's a little bit, although they're both big boys, Carragher's not quite so big and is a little bit more mobile than Bindon is. Bindon is literally just there to head the ball away. This is good to see that we've nullified their attacking threat today. So even though we're not scoring for fun anymore, we are grinding out results. I said the matches aren't exciting currently, but that one definitely got the job done. And if we have a look at the league table off the back of it, it's looking pretty attractive. Right. We've got 2 more games to go. This home game against Middlesbrough, we could secure our playoff spot. So fingers crossed, we just need a home win against a team way down in the bottom half of the table. We can't balls this up, surely. So no changes for the Middlesbrough game. Interesting to note that Bonel gets closer and closer to being back. He now returns to full training in 2 days. And goodness me, will we need him if we get to these playoffs? Although Sturton continuing to score at almost a goal a game, he can't keep doing it all on his own. And we have become very one-dimensional as a result of the way we're playing to get the best out of him. So it will be a delight if we can get Bonel back. But we'll worry about that in the next episode if we get into the playoffs, because right now we have one concern and one concern only. Beat Middlesbrough, hope Bournemouth lose, and rubber stamp being in the playoffs. That's the plan. We don't want to have to rely on the last day of the season. See, that's good work from Sturton, but unfortunately there's nobody around him. But that shows just how strong he is in the air. But when he's the only man forward, he's not quick enough to chase onto it himself once he's flicked it on. And that is frustrating because we don't score. There's not a lot of goals in our matches, as you've seen from our recent run of form. Our matches don't contain a lot of goals at either end. They've scored early. They're playing a flat back 7. This is going to leave us with a lot to do for the rest of this match. We are going to demand more. We need to start trying to do goals now, please. Right, Shaha plays it into to Margillo. Pacheco's been fouled there, surely. No, apparently not. Johnson back to Roivers. And we continue trying to build again from the back. Look how many men Middlesbrough have got behind the ball. This is going to take some breaking down. Pacheco is the man to break it down, though, and grabs a very quick equaliser. It's his first ever goal in a Wigan shirt. They left him in so much space in the penalty area. We just said how many red shirts there were behind the ball, and they've left one of ours completely unmarked. There's 4 or 5 Middlesbrough players around him in a circle. Nobody closing him down, and he gets to shoot from the edge of the area. That is a problem. because Webster, our other loney winger, is injured as well. Wood's going to have to come on and play on the right-hand side, which we've never really done with him before. He is a right footer, but we are running out of attacking players here. We need a big performance from Wood in a game that you wouldn't expect him to be a part of. Please and thank you. Right, we're going to offer some encouragement because I would like to take the lead before half-time, if that could be arranged. Mr. Tickle throws it out to Shah, who gives it to Wood. First look at him playing down the right-hand side. Can he find the cross? He can. It was a good cross as well. Couldn't quite get Sturton on the end of it. And there's another very good cross. And there is Craig Wood, showing what he did so many times from the other flank last season, with Cabia providing him with the assist. This time it's Sivalek. And this is what Wood does best at 6'5", coming in off the wing, being that extra aerial threat. And with these crosses coming in from the left for the rest of today, from Johnson, Diaz, Sivalek, we've got Sturton and Wood with a combined height of almost 13 feet, who are going to be able to do that. Get the crosses in from this left-hand side, for goodness sake. Right, we're happy with this. We'll have the final whistle now, please. Or at least I'd like an opportunity to look at the league table or look at how Bournemouth are doing, because we need them to be dropping some points. We're very, very flat there. No, any chance of an offside, ref? Linesman? Anyone? I mean, this is not very good defending at all. I mean, I question that might have been offside, but Mr. Tickle doesn't close him down, and that's just pretty poor defending all round. The back four completely flat, huge gap between the wing back and the centre back, and the goalkeeper didn't really seem to be aware of the situation either. Everyone concerned, a little bit meh. 2-2. It's the highest scoring game we've been involved in for a long time, but we need more goals in it yet. This is what the league table looks like right now. So Bournemouth are not playing today. So I don't think we can secure our spot now, but with a win, it might be secured before the final game of the season, which is what we're hoping for. Without a win, it all becomes a little bit more questionable again, because this would be significant dropped points against a team you really would expect us to beat. We're going to offer some more encouragement. Sturton, not really delivering anything for us today. And Bonel's still not ready to come on. He's still not back in full training. We can't throw him in this situation. So we're going to go with Byrne up front, who really isn't a striker. But we've got to try something different. I'm undoing that. We're going to put Byrne with Sturton. I think it's mad to replace Sturton. We need him there, I think. So Somerville's going to come off for Byrne, and we're going to go with a second striker as we try and chase a winner. So get you doing that. And we're going to go attack him, because I think we need to win this game. And then Johnson is going to come off for... I was going to bring him off for Bindon, but we can't really. We don't have anyone else to go out at left back, so Denner will come on. I wanted to get Bindon on for the aerial threat. Just pack the team with big boys. I think we have to demand more, because we've got to win. A win. This is must win for us today. If we're going to get into these playoffs, we can't be dropping points here. Right, Diaz. He's recovering from injury. He now needs to come off. See, the one here would be Byrne going out. So I think we stick Byrne out there. And we're actually going to put Gibbs, in, or maybe even Pacheco. No, Pacheco can't play there. We'll put Gibbs in behind Sturton. And we want him up there, getting involved. Have we got any match winners down here? I mean, let's get Bindon on for his height. He can come on for Roivers. And I think this is the first time I've done a 4-2-3-1 in the entire series. If we could do a goal with it, that would be lovely. Please and thank you. Civilek picking up a knock as well is very much not ideal. That could be all three of our attacking loanees that have been so important to this run injured at the same time, with Diaz just recovering and the other two picking up knocks today. Right. 93rd minute. It's with Mr. Tickle. I don't know why we're taking so long. Ruben Amorim is Middlesbrough manager, apparently. That's why they're playing such a weird formation. Doesn't explain why they're winning, though. They're not winning. They're drawing. They're about to win, though. This is very upsetting. Oh, right. More again. Do a goal. This is poor. Right. Let's see what impact that has on the league table. I mean, we have moved up a spot to 4th. That's a problem. And this is a problem. We've lost both of them for the final day and potentially for the playoffs as well, or for the early part of the playoffs. That's if we get to them, because if Bournemouth pick up a win, I mean, we have got a better goal difference than everybody, but we're going to go into that last day level on points potentially with 3 other teams. Only 2 of us are going to make it in. We could still go up automatically, which is ridiculous. Last day of the season is quite important. Just a quick shout out for 3 of the Name in the Game channel members who are off to the Under-20 World Cup. Jude McRobbie, Rob Harley, James Hades. Enjoy yourselves, chaps. Have a lovely time. Right, with the games in hand played, we can't go up automatically. QPR are 4 points ahead of us, so it'll be 2 of Forest, QPR and Burnley going up automatically. The other one dropping into the playoffs, where they will be with 3 of these 4. Us, Coventry, Bournemouth, Swansea. So if we beat Birmingham, we're now down in the bottom half. They're in free fall. A win and we're definitely in because we've got the best goal difference. A draw could still be enough, but we don't want to have to rely on results of other teams. We are having to make a couple of changes because of those injuries we picked up in the last match. So Webster, who's just recovering from an injury himself, comes back in on the right-hand side, and Miley back in the team in central midfield as well. Bonel is now back in full training, but only fit to play 45 minutes, but we can bring him on if we need him. And obviously, if we are chasing a goal in that second half, I think he is still the Championship's top scorer. I haven't checked recently, but I have no reason to believe other players would have scored goals in the 2 months he's been unavailable. And he is back earlier than expected. We thought it was going to be 3 months. He's actually only been out for about 2 months. So fingers crossed, he hasn't lost too much of that sensational form that he was in. And if we can go into the playoffs with 2 goal-a-game strikers, we're going to have a serious discussion about whether we switch to a 2-striker system that we've never played before in the most important playoffs we've ever played in, which probably is a bad idea. I think we probably just keep Bonel in reserve while he's not match fit. Right, Webster, also not match fit. Pacheco plays it forward to Sturton, who lays it off to Pacheco, and then Webster again. Webster into the area for Sturton. He's hit the inside of the post. Oh, that would have been a lovely start to the match. Somerville plays it back to Johnson, and now Somerville again. Somerville back to Carragher, and the highlight ends. But that was a lovely move to start things off, and it's now Shah to take the in-swinging corner, looking for Carragher, can't find him, but Pacheco's got space. We've already seen his shooting today, but decides to play it back, and it's with Roivers. This is not a position where you want to see him in. Johnson with the cross, and Owen Sturton. That's what he does. He is so dominant in the air. 11 goals in his 13 appearances since arriving in January now, and he might just be the man who fires us into the playoffs. This is another very, very good header from him. And fair play to Roivers for realising he wasn't the man to do this cross. Lays it off to the fullback, and it's a lovely cross. And Sturton just towering over the 2 defenders who were on him, thundering it past the keeper to put us 1-0 up. Just blow the whistle now, ref. This is enough. This will guarantee us playoffs. Nobody, unless the other 3 teams all win like 20-0, our goal difference means a win will be enough regardless of what happens in other matches. Oh, Mr. Tickle. He's been our hero for so long, but that's going in off his anus. Oh, dear. Let's look at this. I mean, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's just bad luck. But on the history books, it goes down as a Mr. Tickle own goal. Which it is. It is a Mr. Tickle own goal. But he knew nothing about it. It's just hit him in the back and gone in. But it does mean the stress and the pressure is back on again. Can we do a goal, please? Webster, who has looked bright, despite not playing for a while, goes past his man there very comfortably. And another one, slides it across to Sturton. And that was nearly a second goal for us. And that was really good work from Webster, who looks like he's decided to try and win his spot back in this team. After pretty much being absent since the new players came in January, and more recently with an injury means he's not even been on the bench. But I mean, he looked very lively there. He was the reason we sold Cabia. He was the reason Cabia wasn't getting in the team. So probably is a little bit miffed that he's played so well, he's forced a player out of the club. And as a result of that, we signed so many players, it forces him out of the team. It's just the circle of life when it comes to playing for a football team managed by me. 1-1 at half-time. Dare we even look at the other results and what that means? So as it stands at half-time, we're 6th. Bournemouth presumably are losing. Bournemouth losing 2-0 to Plymouth is huge. So as long as that ends like that, we're safe anyway. But we don't want to limp in 6th place. We want to win. We want to qualify at least 3rd or 4th, because then you get the benefit of the home match in the second leg in the semi-finals, which is a huge benefit to have. So we want to win. We've got the best goal difference. A win means we'll finish 4th, potentially 3rd, if the result above us doesn't go our way, or goes our way. I think we can still finish 3rd. We can definitely finish 4th. We went into this match in 4th. Right, Diaz to Sturton, gets it back, tries to drill it across. There's no one in the middle, but it's chaos between the goalkeeper and the defender. But unfortunately, they resolved their chaos, whereas at our end, chaos led to a goal. Somerville out to Johnson, and the highlight drifts away from us. Let's offer some encouragement. We just need a hero, and he's potentially sat down there on the bench, ready to come on. Bonel can come on at any time now. He can do half an hour. He can do 20 minutes. And I think we probably are going to throw him up there with Sturton if we go into the final 20, 25 minutes still needing a goal. To be sure. I mean, potentially. Can we check in? Are Bournemouth still losing? We're back up to 5th at the moment, so we don't need a goal. But we're chasing one, so we're going to go and try and get one anyway. My instinct in this situation is to not protect the draw. It's to try and go and win the match. So we're going to go and try and win the match. So Bonel comes on alongside Sturton, which is the first time they've played together. Diaz is going to come off for Wood, who of course was good when he came on in the last match. And Miley, who hasn't exactly impressed in his return to the team, can come off for Gibbs. We'll offer some encouragement. We're not going to go attacking. We're not going to go crazy, but we have obviously got the 2 strikers on now. So fingers crossed we can do a goal. And in fact, I think this is a situation where we do that just to get him. We don't necessarily, I think we need a guy in here. So Shah's going to be that guy. We've never tried it with him before, but I've talked about it a lot. So he's going to come in and try and do that role. Bailey's going to come on the right wing. And then for my final trick, we're going to bring on Byrne for Pacheco. And we're actually going to play Bailey in midfield. And Wood's going to go back out onto the right again, where he was quite effective in the last match. We are still 5th as it stands. Let's expand this, get the league table on. Can we have a winner? I'd much rather guarantee it than be relying on results from elsewhere, because relying on results from elsewhere is terrifying. Right, Johnson to Byrne, lays it off to Johnston again. Cross comes in. I mean, we've got both Bonel and Sturton in there, neither of them challenging the keeper, which is not ideal. And now it's Birmingham lumping it forward, and they've actually won the ball there against our big centre-backs. Yikes. Very attacking. I don't think this pushes us out of the playoffs, but goodness me, it could. Demand more. This hasn't... I mean, I think we're still fifth, because I think Coventry and Bournemouth are both losing as well. What a cowardly way to make it into the playoffs if we have. But I think we have. We have in the most pathetic way possible. So Coventry lost at home to Forest. Bournemouth lost away against Plymouth. I mean, we've rode our luck a little bit there. But we now have the playoffs. And you know I'm always good at those. So playoff semi-final, it's us against Swansea, us against Cabia. Oh dear. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.